Hello and welcome to Only Connect, the show so fiendishly complex that it's not Sherlock Holmes's mind palace, it's the maze in its grounds. Picking their way through it tonight are, on my right, Jenny Forrest, a trainee teacher who got stuck in the school lavatories. Belinda Weir, a keen writer who can sing How Much Is That Doggy in the Window backwards. And their captain, Oliver Forrest, an English graduate who hitchhiked across the UK dressed as a Teletubby. All members of the Forrest family, they are the Forrests. Oliver, you reached this quarter-final by winning 2 games and losing 1, but the one you lost was just by 1 point. Was that a very tense night for you?
Very stressful. I think we were happy to avoid a tiebreaker, though. So hopefully we'll avoid that in this round.
Let's see if it's more relaxing tonight. You are facing, on my left, Marianne Johnson, a yoga enthusiast who was once set upon by a flock of chickens owned by a Franciscan monk. Ivan Brett, a children's author who spilled a large quantity of wine over David Willits. And their captain, Thomas Halliday, a natural sciences graduate who learned how to use a machete in the Honduran cloud forest. All members of the Crouch End Festival Chorus, they are the Choristers. Now, Thomas, you won straight here, 2 games. You haven't dropped a match, but your last match you won by 1 point because this is a rematch. It was against the Forrests. How do you feel about meeting them again?
It's lovely to meet them again. We were very evenly matched throughout in every single round, and so this feels like a toss of a coin.
But of course, the toss of this coin will determine who goes through to the semi-final and who goes home. Forrests, you won the toss. You'll be going first. Please choose a hieroglyph.
Lion, please.
Lion. OK. Get the music question out of the way. At the beginning, you'll be hearing your clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Next, please. Next, please.
One hand on a girl I'm dating, one hand on the cash I'm making. We come through like Funky Friday and have all your man them skating. I see them man skating now. Talking about running their legs. My youngins in country. You can't even put me to
Next, please. Is it all something and Dave?
All of these feature performers, one of whom is Dave. What did we hear?
We got Chaz and Dave on the last one.
The great Chaz and Dave. I'm really sorry the time was ticking down. We couldn't hear all of it.
And the second one, Soul Man, was Sam and Dave.
That's right.
Not sure on the other 2.
Third one, Funky Friday, Dave featuring Fredo. And the first one, Dave and Ansel Collins. But they aren't both Collins. The Dave in that case is Dave Barker. So it sounds like the Collins brothers, Dave and Ansel. But
and
no,
Ansel Collins.
Dave and Ansel Collins, exactly so. Well done. Choristers, what would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
OK, so... OK, next, please.
There's also stories in the, I think, New Testament, but let's go ahead.
Next, please.
Oh,
So I think these are by and off, right? But I think unless it's to be said to happen at the beginning. Unless it's something to do with nicknames.
Next, please.
Paintings. I did a tribute of Degas.
I think these are paintings by Degas.
Unfortunately, they are not paintings by Degas. Forrest, do you know?
Is it the Divine Comedy?
That's not it either. It is high culture that we find ourselves in. They are opera titles by Verdi, translated. Wow. Nebuchadnezzar would be Nabucco. The Fallen Woman, what would that be?
La Traviata?
La Traviata. A Masked Ball, Un ballo in maschera. And the Troubadour, of course...
Trovatore.
Il Trovatore. Yeah. You know, with A Masked Ball, originally it was supposed to be about the assassination of King Gustav III in Sweden. But Verdi was worried that he wouldn't get it past the Neapolitan censors, so he changed it away from Stockholm and he made the king a duke. But then just before it was going to open, there was an assassination attempt on Napoleon and the censors got involved. So the whole thing moved from Europe to North America and the king that had been a duke became the governor of Boston. That's how that came to be. Translated Verdi opera titles, that was. So no points there, but Forrest, you may have a question. What would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
Twisted Flax. What do these clues have in common? Here's the first.
That's the first. Go for the first. Uploads on websites.
Just get the second one, just to...
Next, please. Yeah, so that must be. These are the first uploads to popular websites. So
They
it's the
are
first YouTube
internet
video,
firsts.
the
Very
first
well
tweet.
done. Let's have a look at all the clues. What are they the first examples of?
So Me at the Zoo is the first video on YouTube.
That's exactly right. And what's in that video?
Is it someone at a zoo?
Yeah, it's Jawed Karim, the co-founder of YouTube, standing in front of some elephants.
Okay. The dog, that was the founder's dog, wasn't it?
Well, it was his dog. Kevin Systrom, one of the founders of Instagram, as the first Instagram, it was just a picture of a dog that he had seen in Mexico.
Jimbo Wales will be Wikipedia.
Yes, Jimmy Wales, exactly so. And the last one?
At Jack. Oh, is that the first tweet?
Yes, from?
From Jack, what's his name? Jack Dorsey?
Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter. Very well done. Coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. Choristers, what would you like?
We'll have water, please.
Water. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
He is part Cuban, isn't he? So he's a descendant.
Next, please.
Does he have roots and gears?
Should go for that. Next, please.
Battle of 3 Emperors was in Austria, Russia, and France. Next, please.
Both names. So you can replace both parts of the name with a word to both produce 2 different famous people.
Very good idea for a question, but I'm afraid this is not that question. Forrest, do you want to go for a bonus point?
We think it might be their original name that they changed, and the name would have meant what's in brackets.
It is their original name. What is the original name of Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Fraser?
So, Joaquin Faulty Towers. No, it's Bottom.
Okay.
Joaquin Bottom.
see
You can
why
see
you
why he
changed
changed it.
it,
Yeah. And Fred Astaire, what's Battle of the Three Emperors?
Do you know that?
No.
No idea.
No.
Austerlitz.
Austerlitz, yeah.
Frederick Austerlitz.
Yes.
And Michael Keaton, yes, there is another actor, Michael Douglas, and that's why Michael Douglas changed his name to Michael Keaton. And Bruno Mars, this is a very tough one, the Cuban revolutionary Hernandez. Peter Hernandez is the real name of Bruno Mars. Original names, well done. And what would you like?
Horned Viper, please.
Horned Viper. What do these clues have in common? Here's the first.
Next, please.
If it's not sounding...
You don't.
If you can't hear it, does it fall?
These like philosophical.
Yes, I think so.
Should we get the next one?
Yeah.
Next, please. That's Prime Minister, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are these prime? Are they all primes? Should we get the next
Yeah, I
one?
think go for the last one.
Next, please.
3 seconds.
Do you know?
No.
Are they all prime something?
They are not all prime something. Choristers, bonus chance for you.
So, we think these are all written on doors.
They are written on doors. Which clues can you tell me something about?
So, I mean, bell out of order, please knock. I mean, I guess it could be on any door, but I suppose there's a specific one we're also looking for.
It's on the door in The Wizard of Oz.
Right.
You knock, yes.
The first one is in The Lord of the Rings. That's speak, friend, and enter.
Exactly so, in a special Tolkien language
yeah.
written on the doors of...
The Mines of Moria. Isn't it?
It's built into the walls of Moria, but it's on the
Yes.
doors of Durin.
Yes. First Lord of the Treasury is going to be on number 10 Downing Street.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And what about this one? Si non oscilas noli tintinare.
Something about if you don't turn... I don't know, if not...
I mean, you've started the translation quite nicely there.
Right.
If you don't turn... It's been translated slightly differently
Never
by the
listen.
person who put that on the door. I'll give you a clue. The door you'll find it on is the door of the Playboy Mansion, and they intend it to mean, if you don't swing, don't ring. All found on doors. Well done, you get a bonus point. And you may get the last question of the round. The 2 reads, what do these clues have in common? Here's the first.
And this Italian bicycle sculpture. We've done it. Next, please.
Biggest example of
go for one more?
Yes.
Definitely.
Next, please. Should we go for one more? Let's do it. Next, please. So we think these are all surrounded by roundabouts.
You find them all on roundabouts. Absolutely right. What are we looking at?
We've got the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, in the fourth one. The third one is the Colosseum. And remember the second one, that's the IMAX Theatre in London, but that's a... is that a Victoria?
No, it's Waterloo.
It's Waterloo.
Is it the
Sorry,
centre of the
it's that
Waterloo
station.
roundabout?
Yes. The first one, don't know at all.
It's the giant bicycle in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia.
Cool.
Do you know there's a Roundabout Appreciation Society?
I'm sure there is.
Members of it are called Knights of the Roundabout Table. What do you think they call a day spent out looking at roundabouts?
A roundabout?
No. Island hopping.
Oh,
A day spent looking at roundabouts. At the end of round one, the choristers have 2 points, the Forrests have 5. On to round two, and you'll be going first again. Forrests, which hieroglyph would you like?
Water, please.
OK. We'll be seeing a series of picture clues. What sort of thing would you expect to see in the fourth picture? Here's the first.
Life, I guess. Next, please. Next, please. Is it multiple life?
Life was on dead, one person in the right round. What's the one after that?
What's their catchphrase? And it's something completely different.
No. Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is that the first one? Is it a now for something completely different?
Yes, it is. So you could say almost anything to appear in the fourth picture, but we've actually got a picture of John Cleese himself. What is this sequence?
It's Monty Python feature films. So, Meaning of Life, The Life of Brian, Holy Grail.
And which Brian is that?
Brian Clough.
It's Brian Clough. And you were asking why the dates, because it's the life of Brian. That next one, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And the next, because we're going back in time to the beginning, the first film, and now for something completely different. Well done. Choristers, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
So, is that the date of the Battle of the Sexes? So, no, I keep talking about the order. Next, please. It's not the youngest winners or people who won slams in the soon. I don't. Next, please.
It's calendar slams.
Calendar slams. So, I mean, didn't. Oh God. Serena Williams presumably in 20. Was that last year? 2019? Did she do it? No, 2017. Okay, maybe. 2017, Serena Williams.
And why would that be?
We think it's calendar slams, so winning all 4 of the tennis slams within a calendar year.
Ah, that's not what that sequence would be, I'm afraid. Forrest, you have the chance of a bonus point.
2018, Roger Federer.
And why would that be?
It's a tennis players with years of their names.
I see. Well, you're right and wrong at the same time. The answer is 2016, Milos Raonic. These people are runners-up. In 1969, in the singles final, Billie Jean King lost to Ann Jones. Betty Stover to Virginia Wade. Novak Djokovic to Andy Murray. It is British Wimbledon singles champions in order. So which was the next British singles champion? Andy Murray again, 2016. The runner-up, Milos Raonic. Forrest, what would you like?
Horned Viper, please.
Horned Viper. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Yeah, she wrote.
Next, please.
She used to 5. She won the big time.
Okay. These like angles. That's an angles. Next, please.
It's Meaning of Life.
What's that? Superstition.
Songs in the Key of Life. What is it? So 45 is the Q.
Northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest.
Yes.
What's the other thing first? 360 minus 45 is 350.
2 seconds.
Norris, no. Norman Wisdom.
Norman Wisdom, 315.
A very acceptable answer. We went with Northwest 315. Northwest being, of course,
Kanye and Kim's child.
Kanye and
yes.
Kim's child. What is this sequence?
So the initials of the people point to compass directions with those sort of angles around a circle.
Exactly, so they share their initials with northeast, southeast, southwest, so I want to hear someone with the initials NW for northwest and that angle on a compass 315. Very well calculated. Choristers, what would you like next?
We'll have the lion, please.
OK, what would come forth in the lion sequence? Here's the first.
Is that one? I mean, test cricket, or maybe it's I don't. Next, please. Oh, so it's A-I and O, so we just want O man, which is the only one. I think we have to gamble at this point.
Yep.
O man.
Have a look at the brackets and complete your
and
answer.
no others.
Oman and no others is the right answer. Let's bring up all the clues. What's happening here?
These are countries of the world that begin with the vowels A, E, I and O.
Exactly right, and only one country begins with an O, and that is Oman. Well done. Back to you, Forrests, for a choice.
Twisted flax, please.
Twisted flax, first in a sequence, coming up now.
Okay, is it Mount Rushmore?
Well, it could be, couldn't it?
Jefferson and... Next, please. Next, please. How do you think of the Peace Prize? Jimmy Carter won the Peace Prize, didn't he? Is it Obama?
Yeah, no, I think that's all right, yeah.
Fourth of four, Barack Obama.
Is the right answer. I heard you muttering that answer, Belinda. Why is it?
Did they win the Nobel Peace Prize?
That's exactly right. They are the American presidents who have won the Nobel Peace Prize in the fourth at time of recording. There is another president in post who may yet win it, but at time of recording, fourth of four, Barack Obama. Well done. Last question for you then, choristers. The Eye of Horus. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Don't know. Next, please.
It's Radiohead, aren't it? Yeah.
Okay.
The Bends. Okay, computer. Amnesia.
Good A. Where's good A?
Can we get the next one?
I think we're going to have to.
Next, please.
Okay, computer.
I think it's A. I think it's
Amnesia.
I think it's good A first, I think.
Can you say it?
Yes.
A.
Is the right answer. And why?
These are Radiohead albums, but just the last word of each coming forwards in time.
Exactly so. What are the full titles?
Pablo Honey, The Bends, OK Computer, and Kid A.
Exactly right. Last words of Radiohead album titles. That means at the end of round 2, the choristers have 7 points, the Forrests have 11. Time now for the connecting wall, of course. Choristers, you'll be going first this time, so would you like lion or water?
I will have water, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the water wall, starting now.
So boomerangs come back. Doppler effect.
Placebo effect.
Doppler effect.
Domino effect.
Butterfly effect.
Butterfly effect.
What's that?
Boomerang effect?
Oh, maybe.
Fillet, T-bone. Could these be
Fillet and T-bone are things that you can do to something.
Oh, you can butterfly it too?
You can truss it.
You can truss it. Okay, great. So, team first. Are these also long jumpers or something?
Dominic team.
Dominic team.
Okay.
There's Christoph Faltz as well.
Christoph Faltz. So Verst.
Oh, just Austrians.
Okay.
Okay.
Team Verst.
Doppler was
Yes,
Austrian.
Verst is the Formula 1 driver.
Okay, great.
3 lives now,
So,
plenty of time.
What's charm bracelet and why is it together?
Yeah, it might be words. So nation, ally, lion.
Do we still have effects? Just looking
Yes,
at them,
okay,
though.
so-
Yes. Oh, that's true.
Boomerang, placebo, domino effect, and there's another one. So the music box effect might be something.
Or a charm bracelet effect. But what would the other group be?
Okay, equals MC squared is, what is it? It's an equation. It's energy equals mass.
The mass.
Shall we try
Yeah, we try
one of the
one. Let's
effects?
try one.
Boomerang, placebo, domino, and we think it should be music.
Let's
I feel like it sounds like an effect.
No, it's not. Okay.
Experience emotions, experience alienation. Charm bracelet, domino run.
I don't know. I
There's a
want to
Katy
try
Perry
Okay,
this,
let's try. We've got two.
and then we'll leave it with one more guess.
Yeah.
For domino.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so we try the charm bracelet effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
leave
okay,
out
so
music.
let's just try
that.
the alienation effect. Does that sound right?
No.
Emotions effect.
No.
Okay, then we'll just try it.
Assuming the boomerang effect is actually a thing, of course.
Yeah,
and
that's
not
true.
No, that was your third life, and the wall has frozen. But you found two groups, that's 2 points, and I can give you more points for the connections. Fillet, truss, debone, butterfly.
You can do all of those things to a steak, to a piece of meat.
To meat,
Yeah.
ways of preparing meat, exactly so. And the next group, starting with the one I find it hardest to pronounce, so thanks for that. Tiem, team, Wurst, and so on.
These are all Austrians.
They are well-known Austrians. Who are those Austrians?
Dominic Thiem is a tennis player.
Alex Wurst is a Formula 1 driver.
Well, I think the question writers were thinking, as they usually are, of Conchita Wurst, who won the Eurovision Song Contest.
Absolutely. Doppler is a physicist.
Christian Doppler, that's right.
And
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz, the actor, exactly so. And you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. There we are. Alienation, boomerang, domino, placebo.
I think these are all effects.
They are effects. I heard you saying alienation effect. Doesn't sound right. It's been muttered by many people who have sat through Brecht plays in their life thinking, when will this finish? It's the Brechtian alienation effect to do with audiences detaching themselves from what they're watching, feeling no emotion. And the last group, music box, E equals MC squared, emotions, charm bracelet.
OK, we'll start off with they're all songs by the same artist.
And what artist would that be?
Oh, that is... Who wrote Emotions? That sounds like a thing we
Destiny's
could do.
Child.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, that was close.
You've got me feeling emotions.
Oh, I know it now.
Oh, you know it now. I'm not sure they're all song titles anyway, but they're albums by Mariah Carey. But you did find two groups and you gave me 3 connections, so that's a total of 5 points on that horrid quarter-final wall. Let's bring the Forrests back now, give them the other wall, the lion wall, see how they get on with it. Forrests, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Stingray, crayfish, prawn, flash
Creatures, crayfish.
krill is the same. Okay, hot shoe shuffle, Harlem shuffle. Yeah, Harlem shuffle.
Wood louse.
shuffle. Woodlouse is a thing with a lot of legs.
So it's are they the same family?
So it's mirror, shutter, flash, and is it all camera things?
Yes, that's right.
Mirror,
Flash, mirror, shutter, lens.
Anything else? What are the
Focus
shuffles?
ring is
Harlem
a
shuffle.
That's a thing, so it's 5 of those.
Yes, it's 5 of those.
Harlem
It's the
shuffle.
Harlem
iPod
shake,
shuffle,
isn't it?
Harlem shuffle, hot shoe shuffle, iPod shuffle,
What's
and
hot shoes shuffle?
it's a dance.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't know.
So 1, 2, 3, anything
And that
else?
leaves us Utopia, Stingray. Have they got words in them?
Amity, is it Island? You've got Shutter Island, Amity Island. Is that a thing?
That could be, yes.
Yeah.
Should we try the
Okay,
cameras?
Yeah.
Focus ring, flash, mirror, lens.
Yeah, okay. So
3
we've got-
lives now, plenty of time.
Okay.
All right, so
So-
shuffles, hot shoe, iPod,
Yeah. Harlem.
Harlem. So
Amity shuffle, maybe?
well,
What would the
Shutter
others
Island,
be?
Stingray
Prawn shuffle.
Island, yeah, prawn shuffle. Prawn Island, is
Prawn
that a thing?
Island sounds kind of like, is that like a thing that you get at parties? Like a thing of prawns, maybe?
Not any party I've been to.
Okay, should we go for the shuffle? iPod,
I think.
hot shoe and Harlem, we think.
Yes,
Anything
what
else?
are the others?
Amity Island, Shutter Island, Prawn. I think have a go. I'll try.
Okay, should we go for that?
Yeah, no, okay.
Three
So
lives.
Anything else? Amity shuffle sounds
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Shutter
sound.
shuffle, what could be shutter shuffle? That
I
could be a
think-
camera thing.
Amity shuffle, maybe.
Try that with Amity.
No, okay. So
Anything else?
One more go.
Last guess. Okay, let's go
10
for that.
seconds.
Go for shutter.
Stingray shuffle, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah?
go. Yeah.
That's it. That's your 3 lives. The wall has frozen. But you've got 2 points for the 2 groups. What can you tell me about the connections? Crayfish, water flea, woodlouse, krill.
These are all members of the same family. Sort of insects.
Oh, they are
Related
not
to each
all
other.
insects, I'm afraid, because crayfish and krill, not insects. They're all crustaceans, but that's not a family. They all have shells, but there's water creatures and the terrestrial crustacean, the woodlouse. Next group, focus ring, flash, mirror, lens.
Camera related to.
They are parts of a camera. And you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. Here we are. Prawn, Utopia, Shutter, Amity.
Is that island?
They are islands. What sort of islands?
Fictional island?
They're fictional islands. Yes, you were saying Shutter Island. What is that? It's a novel and also a film at Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
What's Amity Island?
Oh, I've heard of Amity
Stephen
Island.
King, is it? Is that?
No.
No.
Oh, yes, Jaws. of course it is.
Jaws, they're on
That's the name of
Amity
it.
Island. Yes, and a role played by Martha's Vineyard in the films. But you know, when they built the shark, they never tested it in water. So the first time they put it in the water off Martha's Vineyard, it just sank immediately right down to the bottom. Divers had to go and get it.
That's a less exciting film, isn't it?
Yes, there's no shark. They just have a nice holiday. And the last group, Stingray, iPod, Harlem, Hot Shoe.
They can all go before shuffle.
They can all go before shuffle. What's a Stingray shuffle?
No idea.
No. Is it a dance?
It is in a way, but it's literally what it sounds like. So apparently, if you're going for a walk along the seabed, you shouldn't make steps. You should shuffle along to warn stingrays of your approach. They feel the vibrations and slither away. And if you take a big step, you might stand on a stingray. So it's a sort of dance along the seabed to avoid the stingrays. But you found 2 groups. You gave me 3 connections. That's a total of 5 points. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Choristers have 12 points. The Forrests have 16. So it is close enough to be determined by the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I can tell you that the first group all travelled by boat or ship. Choristers?
Jason and the Argonauts.
Correct. Forrests?
The Owl and the Pussycat.
Yes, they did. Forrests?
Steve Redgrave and Matthew Pinsent.
Quite regularly. Forrests?
The Romana.
Not the boat travellers, I don't think. Choristers?
The Oarman.
No, 3 men in a boat, Jerome Kane Jerome. Next category, nicknames of the singer James Brown. Forrests?
The Godfather of Soul.
Yes, he is. Choristers?
The hardest working man in show business.
Well done. Choristers?
Soul brother, I'm sorry, I'm like...
Not it. You lose a point, Forrest, you know.
Soul Brother #1.
Correct. Choristers?
Mr. Please, Please, Please.
Lovely. Next category, things that happened in the 11th century. Choristers?
The Norman Conquest.
Yes, it did. Choristers?
The Reign of Macbeth.
Apparently so. Choristers?
The writing of the Doomsday Book.
Good 11th century knowledge. Choristers?
The First Crusade.
The First Crusade is correct, coming in just under the bell, but that's the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the Choristers have 18 points, the Forrests have 19 points. Once again, there is 1 point in it. These brilliant teams are so closely matched. Forrests, you squeak into the semi-finals. Very well done. Choristers, you couldn't have come closer. I'm really sorry. You've been brilliant up till now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to say goodbye. What a close one. Wasn't that an exciting match? And if you've got a good idea for an Only Connect question, why not send it in? You never know. If you become part of our official Only Connect question writing team, you could make a living from it. Assuming you barely eat, live rent-free with your parents and have no other overheads. Which would be the norm. Goodbye.